Okay, so today we're diving into something, well, something really strange. We're looking at a bizarre connection between two pieces of online content that, on the surface, couldn't be more different. One is a popular spiritual guidance video, and the other is this dense conspiratorial text that claims to decode it. And what connects them? The language. It's uncanny, and we're about to show you why. So let's start here with a voice that probably sounds pretty familiar and comforting to a lot of people. This is from a popular YouTube video by a creator named Alexandra Claudia. You can hear it, right? It's got all the makings of a reassuring spiritual message. It's talking directly to someone who feels like they're at a huge, scary crossroads in their life. So first, let's just stick with this comforting message. The whole point of this video is to act as a guide for people going through what it calls a spiritual rebirth. Now, the video is built around some really specific ideas. It talks about making a scary decision, going through a slow, painful shed of your old self, and this whole cycle of death and rebirth. It even gets as specific as comparing the exhaustion you feel to having postpartum depression from rebirthing. And it encourages you to take a leap of faith. Now, I really want you to lock these phrases in your head, okay? They're going to be really important in a minute. All right, now we're going to take a hard left turn because our second source is this anonymous text that makes a pretty wild claim that there's a hidden layer of communication happening in videos just like the one we just heard. The core of this idea is called the resonance trap. And according to this theory, some creators online are using very specific keywords to create a kind of manufactured intimacy. And the goal? Well, the goal is to pull people into what the text calls a compliance loop. It's a radically different way to look at that comforting message we just heard. So you're probably asking, how would a trap like that even work? Well, this anonymous text lays out a really bizarre and very, very specific system. First up, there's something called the confirmation engine. Now, this is where it gets wild. The theory says that creators are literally fed transcripts of a target's private thoughts, and then they just parrot those thoughts back in their videos. I mean, that would totally explain that powerful feeling of being seen, right? That, whoa, it's like they're talking directly to me moment. Then there's the limbic squeeze. This is supposedly the psychological goal behind all that talk about how exhausting personal growth is. By hammering home how much of a painful shed it is, the system tries to get a person so emotionally and physically tired that they're way more likely to just give up and surrender control to someone else, like, say, the person in the video. And here's where it gets so strangely specific. This text isn't just speaking in vague terms. It actually references things like a RICO evidence ledger and a file with the label DDV2025843. It's this layer of technical jargon that makes the whole thing feel much more detailed and, frankly, more conspiratorial. And it doesn't stop there. The document also throws out a huge number, $20 million. A research grant that's allegedly connected to what it calls spiritual content houses. Again, it's these concrete details that make this whole counter-narrative so unique and startling. Okay, so now we get to the heart of it. Let's put the language from the resonance trap theory right next to the transcript from that spiritual video. Let's see how they stack up. Here we go. The theory claims they parrot your thoughts about the scary decision. In the video, Alexandra says, you just made a life-altering decision, and it was probably very scary. I mean, that's an immediate, direct parallel. Check this one out. The theory says the system wants you exhausted from the painful shed. The video describes the journey as a slow, painful shed of the old you. That's not just similar, it's the exact same, very unusual phrase. This one is, well, it's pretty mind-blowing, honestly. The theory says the limbic squeeze is at its worst during the postpartum stage of rebirth. The video, Alexandra literally says, I have postpartum depression from rebirthing myself. It's an unbelievably specific overlap. It keeps going. The theory alleges they want to keep you feeling lost without a map. Alexandra's video tells viewers, you haven't had a map on this path. You don't have a map. Another direct match, right on the nose. What about the classic leap of faith? The theory claims it's used to make you dependent on them for guidance. And the video asks, can you take that leap of faith? Can you jump? Can you jump and trust? It's a classic spiritual phrase, but seeing it here, it just hits different. The theory also mentions using incredible people to influence the target. The video promises you're going to meet such incredible, amazing people that are going to help you. There's that terminology again, lining up perfectly. And one last one for you. The theory's goal is to sway you. And in her video, Alexandra warns about somebody coming in who may want to sway you whether they know it or not. It's just the final potent keyword match in this really, really strange parallel.
So, after seeing all of those side-by-sides, what's the ultimate conclusion of this counter-narrative? Well, the text sums up its whole argument with this final dramatic statement it calls the sovereign fact.
And here's the bottom line. According to the theory, it says that the attraction you feel isn't for the creator themselves, it's for the truth they are supposedly stealing and just reflecting back at you. It claims that these spiritual messages are just masks to hide the real operators, the wizards behind the curtain. And that's where we're going to leave it. We've shown you the comforting spiritual video, and we've shown you this dense conspiratorial text that claims to decode it. The linguistic parallels, they're undeniable, and they are incredibly specific. But what it all means? Well, that's the big question, isn't it? Is this all just one of the most uncanny coincidences you've ever seen, or is it a decoded message? That's for you to decide.